Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Season 3, Week 2, Hits and Picks. I'm here with my boys, Brady and Jake. Our intern, is he on strike? Is intern on strike?
Seems like it.
I was gonna say he actually got a letter from the Saga writers, and he decided to go on strike for the podcast until further notice. I guess he's a part of the Saga group. I guess
2 weeks, no intern. It's thinking about posting it on Indeed or something, maybe. Looking for a new intern.
I bet it's going to be 3 to 4. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think he'd be too upset. It wouldn't be bad trying to find just a fifth person to attach to here, just so we can have somebody behind the computer.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it is nice for stats and shit. Like, yeah, I can look them up here, but it takes me so much longer.
He's our stat guy.
Yeah, then I can't talk while I do.
Yeah, he's our stat guy. How's your weekend, boys? Good?
Tiring. I'm exhausted.
I bet.
It's like a 2-day hangover, it feels like.
That sucks.
So it was a good weekend, though. I had fun.
I had such a fun time. My struggle wasn't the alcohol hangovers. It just is a lack of sleep.
Yeah.
I think Friday night, we went to bed at 2 a.m. Saturday night, we went to bed at 4:35 in the morning. And then we battled to stay up until midnight on Sunday.
That was hard.
Battled.
Yeah, like 2 days is easy to do. Once you get to the third, it's done.
I know how you feel. Like, literally, when we were in Nashville for Jock's bachelor party, it was like 100 degrees down there, and like being on, what's the freaking street called? Broadway. And we started at like 11 a.m., like had a party bus and was like out in the 100-degree heat all day Friday after going out Thursday all evening, and Saturday we didn't do shit. Like, which UFC card was it?
It was a big one.
It was Gaethje and what's his name?
Poirier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 3 days anymore, especially the older you get, it's not easy. I mean, it's not easy at all.
That's what I was telling Shelly when I was getting my hair cut a little bit ago. It's like it's not even like it just wears you out.
Yeah.
Like it's like a factor that you don't think about in your younger 20s because you can just do it.
Yeah.
And then we played paintball on Sunday, which was one of the funnest things I've ever done. First time I did it. And that was one of the most tiring things that I've ever done in years. Years.
That you put that mask on, you run around, and then like once it's all over, everyone's like, I can't breathe. Like, you just have to take the mask off.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
And I got shot like right in the neck from 4 feet away.
Well, that happened when I was in high school. We used to go to Chelsea Mill's dad's house. He had like a little place we could play up there. And the kid in our grade, I won't say names, the dad always said, keep your freaking mask on. He took his mask off and got shot in the eyeball. Still don't know if he can see good or not out of his eyeball, but yeah.
Yeah, Ty, you would have been proud of me, man. So, like, we were running out of balls, and we had a couple balls left, and we decided to let Brady decide what the last game is going to be.
What were you guys playing? Like capture the flag, all that, or
basically just like team deathmatch.
okay,
yeah.
Elimination.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he goes,
or like more like search and destroy, almost like you get shot, you're out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so he's looking around, and he goes, I want Jake and Melvin to play each other last game.
Oh God.
I was so pumped.
So literally, the game starts. It looked like Neil took off running.
He like kind of like it was a run for him. Yeah.
Melvin.
I just start walking,
Yeah.
standing straight up, and just literally spraying him. And somehow I caught him right here. And then I came around the bunker and lit him in the back. And Brady said's like, keep shooting him, keep shooting him. And I thought about it, and I was like, I can't do it, dude, because I could have like painted his entire back, but it was fun.
Did you get shot at all?
Oh yeah,
It hurt. Sting.
yeah. The balls weren't exploding, so it kind of hurt more.
Yeah.
Like, because it like was hitting and then just falling down.
Yeah.
These balls were a lot smaller too. They were like half the size.
Really?
It was weird. Yeah.
I miss paintball.
Good velocity
It
on
was
him though.
fun.
I think that might be the most jealous part that I miss is literally paintball. It's so fun.
It was, and I think the coolest part about it is like it was just us.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't any other people that we had to wait to play. It was just our group, so it made it very fun.
Yeah, it's legit.
It was just like $28 too, so it was fucking
That's
cheap.
it?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, you can't beat that.
No.
What is it? Like, do you just get it for like a certain amount of time or like
3
how does it
hours.
work?
We had it for 3 hours.
And you can like use as many balls and shit like that as you want? Or?
You can pay for more balls, but like we were running out and they didn't have any more, so we just like kind of like made the team smaller and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's legit.
Super fun, man.
All right, boys. Let's talk a little football. Week 1. How do we feel after week 1? Reactions
Overall or like team based?
You can give me both.
Overall, I did pretty good gambling wise. My player props were all like my big ones hit that I
Did
made.
you give any out?
No.
No one asked the prop god?
I just wanted to get a feel.
Oh well, you gave the house one massive one that we all hit on.
Yes. Yeah. What one was that?
GG.
Oh yeah. So it was what? It was Friday night, like real late. We were all fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I get on Garrett Green rushing yards, 18.5. I said, oh fucking shit. That's gonna go way over.
Yeah.
So I hammered it, like all the money I had in my account. And then by the next morning it was up to 25.5. People still hammered it, and it hit pretty early.
It was a literal hammer by him now. Like,
hammer play.
Yeah.
Love it.
But go ahead. Sorry.
But team-wise with WVU, could have been worse. Could have been a lot better. So, I mean, in the Big 12, I think we still have a shot to do pretty decent.
They're not.
The Big 12 doesn't seem that good.
I didn't think that. Well, at least the first half, I think they played well. The second half was a little worse, but
they were so much faster and bigger and just better. There was nothing we could do.
Yeah.
We shouldn't beat that team.
Yeah.
I was extremely frustrated after the game, because I really think there was a point in that game where we had the momentum and could have. I don't want to sit here and say beat them, but it could have been much closer. There was a lot of stupid fucking. I'm cool with going for it on fourth down because I know that last year that was the thing that we didn't go for it on fourth down. So I can't argue that. Why did you do this? It was just the play.
Oh,
you
so
can't run
stupid.
trick plays on 4th and 6 and 4th and 7.
So stupid.
You just can't do it. But I'm kind of in the same boat as him. After I woke up, thought about it. Penn State's a really good school. It would be hard for anybody to go into Penn State night game when they're very good.
That place was rocking.
It was 14-7 for a while, then it was 21-7 for a while, and I'm more hopeful than I was after while I was watching it because once you realize like, okay, this is probably going to be the best team we play, unless you get into some big bowl game, which you never know. Our schedule does favor us in that sense because we play all the new schools and then we don't play
Texas, Kansas maybe.
Texas and Kansas, I don't think we play. So I don't know. I mean, obviously you want to win, but I was proud of the boys for battling the entire game, and I can't really fault them. They didn't give up. The cover defense was bad, but
So I wouldn't fault really the players at all. I would fault the coaches. Like, I think that whole game plan could have been better.
Neil Brown still might be an idiot. Yeah.
Did you see what Neil Brown said? He had a point about the scheduling.
I didn't read any or see any of his stuff. No.
He was basically just like, 3 years in a row, we have to play our very first game on the road against a very good team. Like, you just don't do that.
It's true.
Like 3 straight years, he's had to do that. Puts him at a big disadvantage. So Lions and luck, I think, fucked him over in that regard.
Yeah, I mean, I want to trust Neil, and I'll still trust Neil while he's the coach because you have to. There's no other choice at this point. I will say, if he loses the Pitt at home, prime time, which I think we analyzed the schedule, it's got to be College game day because it's already 7:30 and there's no big games that week. If he loses that game, and he shows up for practice the next week, I'll be very upset.
You see what McAfee said?
No.
He said if he loses to Pitt, or no, he said if they lose to Duquesne, they need to go down on that field and take his visor off.
Leave it all on the field.
And
yeah.
Someone in the back goes, they should scalp him. He's like, no, not that.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I don't know. How'd you feel, Ty?
I think they are definitely better than people think. I've been saying that. I'm not going to sit here and shit on them. Like, I'm not. Like I said, I think they played very well in the first half. I think the second half, it just got away from them like a lot of people thought it would at some point. By no means, after watching that game Saturday, do I feel comfortable like, oh, we're going to go into Morgantown and beat them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's tough for me to go off Pitt's game though. Like they played Wofford, and literally everything I read was like they just did such a limited offense just so like they didn't show, like they played Cincinnati this week just so like they didn't show Cincinnati anything. So it's like I don't have a lot to go off of right now. Like their defense looked really good, which I figured it would. I mean, offense did what it did. The offensive line pushed them around like they should. They ran the ball up and down the field like they should. So, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm not confident. I will see a lot this week. I am very surprised at the Pitt-Cincinnati spread. I think Cincinnati also played a bum as well.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't go off that, but to see what Pitt was favored from kind of surprised me. So I don't know. We'll see.
Obviously, I won't give my pick away now, but that was the college game that took me the longest to decide.
Yeah.
They have the quarterback. It's either from is it ASU, Emory Jones, or
Emory Jones played in Florida.
He was Florida.
And
Then
then
I think he went to ASU, and he might.
Is he Cincy's quarterback?
They have someone like that at Cincy.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if
didn't
it's
know that
exactly
either.
him, but he balled out last game, I think.
Huh.
So I'm rooting for Pitt this week,
You'd want him to be 2-0.
kind
going into
of,
Morgantown.
because I want game day at Morgantown.
Well, I don't know if game day will be there, but they are the Saturday night ABC game, aren't they?
Yeah, if you scan the week 3 slate though, which you'll see next week,
Is it bad?
it's not that it's bad. It's just you can tell that like in terms of numbers, ratings, who's going to watch the games, that was the biggest game. I mean, yeah, last year it was Thursday night, the biggest game, and it was on ESPN, but that game like broke records. You got
It
to
was huge.
Yeah.
people are going to watch it on a Saturday night. So I'm going to sit here confidently and say that I think it'll be college game day. But then again, I won't be shocked if it's not, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So I just want to talk about Colorado
do it.
just for a minute.
Let's do it.
Now we didn't get to like watch the game in depth.
I'm sure you've looked at some stats, some stuff
Yeah.
like that. My two big things is I had no clue how good Shedeur Sanders is.
Me neither.
He is
Yeah.
fucking nasty. I forget his completions, but it was he might have had like 10 incomplete passes or something
I
like
think
that.
he was like 31 of 40 or something crazy.
For 510 yards and 4 or 5 touchdowns.
4 tutties.
He's unbelievable. I mean, he was putting just throws on the dime. Like, he is so good. And then, obviously, Travis Hunter. He is the best player in college football. I don't care if it's only after one game. For him to go out there, play both sides. What did he play? 120 snaps, I think.
120
Yeah.
snaps.
To have an interception, have over 100 yards receiving. He could have had 2 touchdowns. Like, he burnt guys deep 2 times, and he, like, dropped balls. He's a freak of nature. Like,
Yeah.
I think I'm not going to say anything crazy about him, like they're going to go, like, on a playoff run, but they are so much better than what people think.
It was funny.
Already.
McAfee even brought up when they were talking about it. It was the one piece that I heard him say, and it seemed as if he was so pissed that WVU didn't try to get Dion at all. Like from
You should have at least tried.
from
yeah.
the whole example. He's like, you see Dion, he even referenced West Virginia. He's like, you see Dion come in, you shake the whole team up, and like you see what can
Those
happen.
kids will go to war for him.
Yeah.
Like, he was saying, he was naming some of the dudes that, like, he's been coaching some of these kids since they were 4 or 5 years old. Like, it's
Yeah.
just the culture he has, and I forget who I said. It might have been Pat McAfee saying it. The older generation don't like it, But these younger kids love that. It
Yep.
ain't that old generation no more. The way he coaches the kids, I mean, it's awesome. I love Dion, man, and I hope they keep rolling. They're a lot of fun to watch.
I agree.
They're a lot of fun to watch.
It was very surprising how good they looked. Now I don't know how their defense looked because they did give up 42 points.
Yeah.
But we'll see how good TCU actually is in the next couple
I
weeks.
think TCU's not that good. I
No,
said that
they
before the
do not
season even
seem like it.
started.
That was a statement game too. That's a Big 12 game.
I think, and something, I don't know
Fuck,
if it
that
was,
is.
That's a Big 12
Yeah.
game. That's
Shit.
huge for
Yeah.
Colorado.
We're gonna have to put up with Dion
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know. I thought I saw something that the Nebraska-Colorado line's only 3.
It is.
So it swung 10 points.
Uh-huh.
I think Nebraska was favored, then it swung all the way to
Colorado's
Colorado.
like laying 3 now or something like that.
It was something like that, yeah.
Surprising.
That game's in Colorado, ain't it?
No.
Yeah, I think it is. I thought it was.
I thought I could be wrong, but I thought it was in Nebraska.
I haven't looked at my games. I'm going to add some stuff to my card. Okay, that's anyone that else got anything they want to say about college football? Clemson's officially done. Their run is over.
Oh, they look
absolutely terrible.
so bad.
Good for Duke. They are not a bad football team, but Clemson is done. Their run is officially over.
I was surprised there was no Arch Manning. So the other backup got in after Quinn Ewers, and Arch Manning didn't
Wonder
come in
why.
at all. That was weird to me. Ohio State, they didn't.
Their quarterbacks stink. They're in trouble.
Yeah, they're fucked this year.
There's other guy that not who's the main one that started? I'm blanking.
Not McCord.
Yeah,
Kyle
not
McCord.
him. The other one, their backup, the one that played as well, wears number 33. I'm out on him. He's a quarterback wearing number 33.
Yeah,
I'm out on him.
That's not good.
So I was wrong.
Yeah.
The game is at Colorado, and the one thing that ESPN pops up here is tickets with Vivid Seats, and the lowest ticket right now is $351.
and it should be.
But
That's prime.
It's still crazy. The matchup predictor has Colorado winning at 58.7.
No.
Or no, sorry, Nebraska winning at 58.7%. So we'll see.
My Heisman bet, Michael Penix, is looking really good right now.
Yeah.
And one stat I saw for WVU Penn State had 1 penalty for 5 yards.
Yeah, I did.
Which
see that.
I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that had really much of an effect at all. It's just like, there was holding or other things during the whole game.
It was again. I'm with you. You don't want to say it has an effect, but it was extremely noticeable.
Yeah.
I'll say that it was an extremely noticeable thing. So I don't
It
know.
just would have made the game better.
Agreed. But I just want to kind of give us some credit here, unless you want to hold off and you're jumping
Nope.
in.
Go ahead. You're good.
Shout out to Hits and Picks, boys. I believe this is the first time on the history of this show where, as a unit, we went over 50%.
Yeah, so I'll
Mhm.
just get that out of the way now. The opening 5-5 standings are Jake, a big 8-2,
Jesus.
me and Melvin 6-4, Brady 5-5. So we're all 500 or better.
It's awesome.
Great start for us.
It's awesome, dude.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I mean,
You're usually the one that comes out slow as shit.
I know it was a big week for me, and I was keeping my cool there for a little bit, and then I went 6-1, and I was like, Brady, dude, I'm fucking rolling.
Yeah, he
today,
looked at
dude.
me. He's like, dude, I'm 5-0 right now. I was like, oh my god.
So,
it feels
yeah,
good.
feels
it feels
good.
good.
very fun, and dude, it's just another reason to fucking listen to the show. And if you're listening right now, make sure to watch it on YouTube and subscribe to Juicebox Podcast.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like some weeks you never know. One of the boys could be hot. If we're not, you can fucking absolutely roast us.
yeah.
Like it's just
So-
listen.
I don't have the numbers.
Oh, one thing, don't ever stand up for the one guy. You know who I'm talking. I don't even want to mention his name. The WVU guy that you tweeted the other day when I tweeted at him.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I know you did. Yeah, I know you did.
I knew
hate
that pissed
dude.
you off.
I hate that dude. Like you guys hate Voice of Morgantown. I hate
Yeah.
him.
Oh, he's been on another level.
Hate who? Voice of Morgantown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big thing with college football, like the first 2 weeks, is like the first down, like how they don't stop the clock anymore in first downs. So it's shortened the game, but there's a shit ton more commercials. And I think most of the games are kind of going under. It's like skewing that way.
Yeah, didn't you pull up a number where like games were normally like 3 hours and 20 minutes and now they're 2 hours and 40 minutes?
It's something crazy, but like there's just as many commercials.
Yeah. No, that's a good stat though. That's a good thing to point out, truthfully.
Yeah.
Because if games are shorter, obviously that's gonna hurt your over pick. It makes
Which
overs more fun.
It sucks betting the under.
Agreed. Yeah. It's like, let's sit here and pray nobody scores.
Also, Billy Napier, awful fucking coach.
Yeah, he's not
He should be
guy.
fired at Florida. Did you see one of the penalties?
I don't know if I did.
It was a big, like, 4th and 3. It was 7-0 then maybe, or 7-7 at that point. Utah punted the ball.
Yeah.
Florida had 2 number 3s on the field. 15-yard
Jesus.
penalty. Utah gets the ball, scores on that drive.
I actually, now that you said something like that, I have a bone to pick. Did you watch any of that game last night?
The Clemson game?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, Klubnik, did you see this? So, he dove. It was 4th and 7. So, he scrambles for a first down. First of all, he fucked up. He slid and was short. But a guy hit him when he was sliding, like going down.
Targeting.
So, they called targeting.
Okay.
But it was after the, what is it? Like after
like a dead ball
foul. So the targeting was in effect, but because he was short of the first down, Duke still got the ball back. So the dude got a targeting, but was more like gifted for, not gifted, what's the word I'm looking for? Like rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Because nothing happened. They still ended up with the ball, which I don't think is right.
No.
Yeah. So it was a targeting call, but because he was short of the first down, because there's a dead ball penalty, Duke still got the ball.
See, that confuses me because I thought every dead ball penalty was 15-yard first down.
It's 15 yards, but I'm pretty sure, dead ball was like, it's saying after the play, so it's just like,
wow, that surprises me.
All-time fuck-up by Klubnik sliding right there. You do not slide on 4th and 7. I'll tell you what, Garrett Green doesn't do that.
Well, and then it was hilarious. I saw a Pitt account put a video up of him playing against Clemson, and like on like a 3rd and 7, they needed a first down, and Pickett just running towards the sidelines, just diving for one. I was like, that's my fucking boy.
You need to have a gamer, and he's not a gamer.
No doubt. All right. You want to go through our college picks before we do talk about NFL? Might as well do that.
Yeah.
Then we'll just jump right in the NFL.
Cool with that.
All right. The big hitter did not hit. Me and Brady let us down.
Hand up.
Sorry, boys.
The green wave might be back.
Dude, I'm telling you, don't even get me fired up yet. Don't even get me fired up yet.
They might be back. So you hit, and Melvin got very lucky on his with Penn State being cocksuckers and running in that touchdown with like 5 seconds left.
Let me just ask you a question. We don't have to stay on this, but
Okay.
You 1,000% agree that James Franklin obviously was trying to cover there, right? I mean, there's no reason why.
You know how many boosters had that spread?
There, I mean, yeah, something was, yeah.
There's no. Again, it's not like if we would have had to stop them and score like 3.5 times before we would even win. I don't know, man. I was very, very surprised. Normally, you see people drive down in the red zone, but then that's when you start kneeling the ball.
Right.
So
or you don't go into like a hurry up offense or some shit.
That pissed me off.
Lost me money.
Same. A decent amount, actually.
Yeah.
But I did break even from the weekend, I believe. So I'm cool with that.
All right. We ready? We want to jump into it?
Yep.
All right. We are back to 5 college games, 5 pro games. We will talk about pro football once we do the college. All right, first game, number 20 Ole Miss at number 24 Jake's Tulane Green Wave. Ole Miss is -7.5. Over under is 64.5. Who was the best? You are. Why don't you just start us off? We'll go around.
It's fine with me. I think this is an all-time disrespect line. The Green Wave is coming off a massive win
People thought they were going to lose.
Yeah, a massive win, and they're playing at home. I understand this line if it's at Ole Miss. I'll be hand up. I don't know much about Ole Miss.
They got Lane Kiffin. That's
Yeah, but I do know this. They shouldn't be favored by 7.5 in Tulane with the green fucking wave. So obviously, dog, we're riding with the green wave plus 7.5 here. Easiest pick on the card, I think. It's just an all-time disrespectful move to have a ranked team get 7.5 points in their home stadium.
I love it.
It is very disrespectful. But Ole Miss put up 73 points last week. It was against Mercer. I'm gonna go Ole Miss minus 7.5. I think Jackson Dart. I think he's gonna be a lot better this year. They have a sick running back. Yeah, Ole Miss minus 7.5.
I think I am going to go with the over here. Kiffin puts up a lot of points. Tulane can score pretty well. I don't like this spread at all either way. So yeah, I will take the over.
Butte.
And I do have Melvin's picks. He sent them in last minute. He is also on Tulane plus 7.5.
Attaboy, Mel. Attaboy.
All right.
Wait, what'd you pick?
I took the over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Number 11 Texas at number 3 Bama. Bama's minus 7.5. Over under is 54.5.
This one was kind of difficult for me. But after deliberation with myself, I decided that I'm staying away from the spread here, and I'm going to take over 54.5. Correct me if I'm wrong. I know this game, I think, went...
It was low scoring last year.
Yeah, but I think with Quinn, knock on wood, if he's there...
He got hurt, too, that game.
Yes. Yeah. I think if he plays the whole game this time, I think we'll see the scoreboard light up. So I'm just basing it solely off that. So I'm taking the over 54.5.
I'm staying away from the spread, too. I can't give a team 7.5 or over 54.5. I just want points. Also, Alabama fans were trying to crown Milroe, whatever his name is, like the next great Alabama QB. He played one fucking game against nobody. Like, he hasn't shown anything yet.
Yeah. I'm rolling with Bama minus 7.5. I just don't see Texas going into Bama and winning that game. So I'm going to take Bama laying the points. Melvin has Texas Bama under 54.5. He has the under.
Damn.
54.5.
Dananda, cheeky little bugger.
All right. Next game, number 10, Notre Dame at NC State. Notre Dame's minus 7.5. Over under is 51.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw this, I thought this line was very favorable for Notre Dame. NC State, I don't think looked good at all, and I don't know. I was shocked it was this little of a line. So I took Notre Dame minus 7.5. Sam Hartman balled the fuck out against Navy. They found their piece. Obviously, I got to kind of be mindful that I put them in the playoffs, so I'm going to have to ride with them here. So I took Notre Dame minus 7.5.
I don't trust Brennan Armstrong at all.
I don't either.
He's going to throw at least a pick, probably 2.
Dude, he didn't look good at all. He ran the ball well, but yeah.
And Notre Dame's going to sling it all game with their hot-ass quarterback. So Notre Dame minus 7.5. And Estime's a stud.
Hot-ass coach, too.
Yeah.
I'm also on Notre Dame minus 7.5. I'm with Brady. I just don't like Brennan Armstrong. I don't know what went wrong with him, but he's just not who he used to be. Like I said, he ran the ball decently well. He didn't pass the ball great, so yeah. And I'm just too high on Notre Dame, and I hate it, but I'm not gonna lie.
Wonder if Brennan Armstrong got like a shitty girlfriend or something that's like in his head constantly.
I don't know.
Because 2 years ago, he was an absolute monster.
Oh, he was unbelievable 2 years ago. He was unbelievable 2 years ago. All right. Melvin is also actually taking Notre Dame. That surprises me with him. But he is also on Notre Dame. All right. Fourth game, Texas A&M at Miami. Texas A&M's minus 4.5. The over-under is 51.5.
So I really know nothing about either of these teams.
Tyler Van Dyke is still their quarterback, Miami. I don't know if that rings a bell to you or not.
Yeah.
This is like his third year there.
Okay.
He just trademarked Tyler Van Dime.
Oh, I like
saw that today.
I
Yeah,
like
saw that
that.
today.
So yeah, I looked. I'm pretty sure they both pretty much played cupcakes week 1 and both won pretty well. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this game's in Miami, right?
Yes.
So
Not
I'm
much of a home field advantage there.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I still took Miami plus 4.5. I don't know. If it was at 3, I probably would have taken Texas A&M, but I'm just gonna roll with my gut and take Miami plus
like
4.5 here.
I don't trust either of these teams, so I'm just going to hope for points over 51.5.
The U.
Some people are picking the U to be back this year.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I've heard that, and that's when I looked at the game. I was like, wait, they're not even ranked.
Right.
So I was quite confused on that, but it is what it is.
I'm with Brady. I'm taking over 51.5. A&M didn't play anyone, neither did Miami, but they both put up decent points. I think there will be points in this game, so I'm also going to go with the over 51.5. Melvin has the over 51.5 as well. All right, last game. Cincinnati at Pitt. Pitt's minus 7.5. Over under is 47.
So this is kind of like the Miami Texas A&M game for me. I know both teams played very well week 1, but they were kind of
They didn't play nobody.
yeah,
either.
kind of. I don't like to use the word cupcake, but like it's like those kind of first games. 7.5. I don't know. I'll know more about Pitt after this. I think Pitt wins this game definitely, but I'm just because I don't know. I took the points here, so I'm going to take Cincy plus 7.5. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I think Cincy's going to win. I'm just going to take the points.
I'm rooting for Pitt in this game. I want them to win, go into Morgantown 2-0. But I'm gonna take Cincy plus 7.5. I can't give Pitt a whole touchdown.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That scares me too much.
I'm not taking the spread here. I'm avoiding it. I don't, like I said already, I don't know why it's this big, but I'm going to ride the over here. I do think there will be points scored again. So I'm going to take over 47.
It's fair. That's almost what I took too, truthfully.
Yeah.
Because I know I think what one I know
they scored like 66.
Okay.
We scored 45.
That's right. That's right.
So I'm going to have faith that there will be some offense. So, and Melvin is actually on Pitt minus 7.5. So
surprising.
What's he know, dude? Who's this guy?
I don't know.
If he was here, he could tell us.
Yeah, who's this guy?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Hold on.
What's wrong? Did you place the wrong bet?
No. I need to text
Oh yeah.
for the big hitter.
Hitter.
Oh yeah.
Hitter. Yeah, boys. Look at us. Both of us. We both got drafts tonight too. We're putting in a double
I got
shift
one in
today.
20.
Shit,
25
I got
minutes.
mine at 8.
So you have one at 8 and 9? I thought ours was at 9.
I thought ours was at 8. I guess we should check.
Yeah. God, I would be so pissed if I got on at 9 and like 10 of my players were picked already.
Oh, okay. Fuck, it is at 9.
That's so late. That's way too late.
God
Too late
damn it.
for a draft.
Especially since this is a 2-quarterback league with 3 wide receivers and 2 flex plays.
Yeah, it's
God.
And I think 2
insane.
tight ends too. Fuck. This draft might last till tomorrow morning.
I've been like the last 6 picks. I've just been auto picking.
Dude,
It's like I'm not gonna fuck with
I
this.
turned on auto pick last night at a point. I was like,
Mhm.
I'm done. I'm tired. I'm worn out.
All right. While we wait for him, do we just want to talk about NFL and jump back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We are moving on to NFL till we hear from Melvin. Boys, we are here. It is the new season. We are going to start out how we always start out. Futures, how are you feeling about your team? All of that. I can just start out real quick.
Do it.
I feel the same as I always do about the Cowboys. Or not always, but this is like my second year doing this to where I'm not getting my hopes up, then they will get my hopes up, and then they will break my heart. So I'm just going to stay there with it. That's all I got to say about it. So you can go ahead. You can take the floor.
Yeah, I mean, for me,
because I got to look at futures.
Yeah, for myself, I'm in a weird situation because I don't really rely on preseason.
Are you hyped up to ride again though?
Here's why I'm hyped up. I'm hyped up because I have a coach now that is going to do anything not to lose.
Yeah.
So if Russ comes out and plays like shit, and it's week 5, 6, and we're sitting there at 2-3, 2-4, and Russ is playing like shit, I really think he'll bench Russ and put Stidham in or put somebody else in. I think this team now is more of a legacy team for Sean Payton than it is anybody else. Obviously, yes, money helps to get him out of retirement, but you don't want to come out of retirement and absolutely shit the fucking bed.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I'm in a situation where my future I took, and I kind of upped this a little bit. I took the Broncos on 9.5 wins. I think the line was either 7.5 or 8.5. I took him at 9.5. I think we'll be battling for a wild card spot towards the end.
Did you already lock that in? Did
Yeah.
you lock in that bet already?
Yeah.
Love it.
So that's kind of really where I'm at. I don't want to sit here and be like, we're going to be great or we're going to suck. I'm more excited about the coach and kind of the environment that's coming in there. He's a winning coach. I'm pretty sure at one point in time he still might be the third winningest coach in the active list or whatever it may be. I'm just excited to see Sean Payton football in the blue and orange. So I'll leave it at that. Really, I don't want to sit here and try to say we're going to do anything great or really shit talk us. I'm just excited to know that regardless of who's out there, we will be competing every single week, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
I mean, it can't be any worse than last year.
No,
with the worst coach in football
history.
Yeah.
You want me to talk about our Steelers, or you want to take the mic on this one?
You want me
Whatever,
to?
dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I will.
The Cowboys. You can talk about my other team.
I'm gonna get my hopes up on the Steelers this year. I'm doing it. I can't help it.
Yeah,
I think
love it. Me too.
so. They have a chance to win the division. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they will, but they have a chance, and they're plus 425 to win. I think that's good enough for a $20, $50 flyer on the division.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I agree.
You don't know. Joe Burrow's, he might still be banged up from what he hurt, his ankle, hamstring, something like that.
Calf strain.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So Jamar Chase even told him, we don't need you yet.
He's got one hell of a backup now, though.
Who's his backup? I forget.
Will
Willie
Greer.
G, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah.
But the Steelers, their hopes depend on
One man.
3 players. If one of those 3 goes down for any period of time, we're in big trouble.
Kenny P, TJ Watt, and George Pickens. Am I right?
I'm not gonna say George Pickens is that important.
Okay, I
I'd say
agree there.
Minka,
Okay. Yeah,
but
fair.
I
that's
think
fair.
George Pickens will go as far as Kenny goes this
Yeah.
year. I think he could be one of the top 10 fantasy receivers.
Yeah, I do too.
So a lot of my futures are based on him, but their over-under on wins was 8.5. They got to 9 last year when they weren't very good, really.
People were lower on him, dude. I don't get it.
Now everyone's fucking high on him after the preseason,
Yeah.
which makes me nervous, but I'm excited. My bold prediction is by the end of the year, I don't know if they actually bench Najee,
Mhm.
but I think Jalen Warren will get just as many, if not more, touches.
I agree. Yeah,
I think
agree
he's
with
going to be
that.
good.
So did you guys both already say what your futures are as well?
I got a few if you want me to run through 'em.
Go ahead, run through them.
Okay. First one will be George Pickens, either over 750 yards receiving or over 4.5 touchdowns. I love either of those. Another one, I'll do Nick Chubb over 8.5 rushing touchdowns. And then, of course, I'm throwing the flyer on to win the division at plus 425. So I'm not going crazy on him.
Mhm.
Just throwing something out there.
I don't hate the George Pickens 4.5 one. I actually really
It's so low.
I actually really like that one.
Yeah.
What's the
Truthfully,
odds on that? You know,
Minus 120.
that's not terrible.
And his
Yeah.
yards are 750, which is on the lower end, I feel like.
I think he's going to be the best receiver on the team this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
Deontay's not going to be the featured guy.
Yeah.
dude, I'm gonna say it. He might actually be top 3 receivers in the AFC North, and I don't think he's 3. I think he's
Pickens?
probably 2. Yeah, I think
Tough
Chase
to say
is
right
1.
now, but
Yeah.
he's tough.
I mean, think about it. Think about the Ravens. I'm not saying like we'll have good receivers in
Mhm.
that, but the Ravens receivers, I don't think they have.
OBJ, only
yeah.
one I can think of.
But
Who knows
but
with
again,
them?
he
Zay
is.
Flowers.
Yeah.
He's OBJ.
Yeah.
He's not OBJ.
Yeah.
He is like
Yeah.
I'm coming out after being hurt for 7 seasons
Yeah.
and playing. you know?
He's like on the verge of being washed.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Browns have Amari Cooper and
Yeah.
some.
That's-
I'm telling you,
that's
dude,
pretty much about
George Pickens might be the second best when it's all said and done.
Yeah.
He might be the second best receiver in the conference.
So
I might take T. Higgins is very good as well.
if not this year, next year he's going to be one of the top in the league, I think.
I'll go Jamar Chase 1, Pickens 2, T Higgins 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right, I have my 2 futures. I'm only giving out 2. I'll start with my division winner, and I have a Super Bowl winner. Steelers plus 450 division. I have it at plus 450 on MGM. I love the odds on that. That's my one, and I have a Super Bowl long shot. I base this on a couple things. So let me just say why I'm picking them. I have 3 reasons, I guess, actually. I'm on the Jets, plus 1,800 to win the Super Bowl. These are my reasonings. The defense was unbelievable last year.
Yep.
And they're so young. If they had a quarterback, last year I was saying this, they could be unbelievable. Well, now they do have a quarterback. One of the best probably still in the NFL. I mean, there's, probably still top 4 or 5 in the NFL? I mean, so there's my reasoning behind it. He's got great weapons. He's got Breece Hall. He just got Dalvin Cook. Garrett Wilson's going to be so good for them, I think. He's got all his guys who came from Green Bay with him, who he's been with for years.
Got that good tight end too, the Uzma
Uzama or whatever.
He's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So I'm high on the Jets. 2 other reasons I'm taking them. This is so stupid. I just watched it was a ghost hunting video with Jersey Jerry and Big Cat.
Okay.
So the Jersey Jerry really thinks his house is haunted. So they had this could all be fake for all I know. Who knows?
Probably is.
But they had a ghost person come over, and Jersey Jerry. I mean, if it's fake, he's a hell of an actor. So his one buddy who's dead now, Jersey Jerry used to have the addiction and all that, said he was a Jets fan, and if the Jets had a quarterback, they'd win the Super Bowl. And during this whole ghost thing, they're saying that he was like talking to him, and they kept saying this is like a serious sign for the Jets to win the Super Bowl. So I was like, all right, I'm bought in, Jets Super Bowl. But before that one, there was one other thing. So do you know that one guy, he's kind of a magician? He kind of blew up like in this last year. He's like the one real good with the numbers.
The guy that was on BFFs?
Yes.
Yes.
What's his name? Do you know his name off the top of your head?
I know exactly who you're talking about though. The tick kind of the guy that blew up on TikTok.
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking
Okay.
about.
So I watch Hard Knocks every year. He was at the Jets training camp. This could easily be fake because he was at the Jets training camp. He was doing all the card tricks, blah, 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 blah. And then he just pulled out a thing. He said the Jets are going to play the 49ers in the Super Bowl and win, I think, 31-21 or 38-28, something like that. So this dude is so good with numbers and shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm all in on the Jets. So those are my 3 reasonings on the Jets.
I truthfully, I can't even sit here and say I hate that.
Yeah.
And I do want to say, I'm so happy the NFL leaned in on the script commercials that they're putting out.
Yeah.
That shit's hysterical.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention that.
So, all right. You want to do? Let's save the big hitter for the end. I got the lock.
Cool.
I got the lock. All right. Let's jump into these 5 games.
Let's do it, boys.
Let me get my.
Wow, dude, NFL's. This is so exciting.
Oh, I'm so excited. All right. First game. What a bang to the 5-5 NFL right here. 49ers at the Steelers. Niners are -2.5. Over under is 41. Start us off.
I'm 30 years old. Been gambling for a couple years now. There's one thing I know that's not smart to do when the Steelers are healthy is bet against them at home when they have points. So I'm taking the Steelers +2.5.
Okay.
Kittle and Nick Bosa, they're not confirmed to play yet also.
And Brock Purdy had a great run at the end of the year last year. Who's to say he's going to play that good
I don't
this
think
year?
he's going
Right,
to.
yeah. I'm going to hammer the Steelers +2.5. I think that changes a lot on Sunday, though.
Oh, for
so
sure.
you got to lock that in.
Well, we're locking it in right now. Steelers +2.5. I got to do it. Give me the Steelers +2.5.
Yeah.
I got to do it.
If Melvin fucking takes the Niners, I'm gonna be pissed.
He's on the Steelers +2.5.
Okay.
Melvin
Holy
is on the
shit.
Steelers
Squad
+2.5.
ride.
Boys, we got our first ice game of the year, boys.
Yeah,
That hurt.
All right. Next one. We got the Bengals at the Browns. Bengals are -2.5. Over under is 47.5.
So this was the last game out of all 10 that I decided.
What was it? This one in the pick game? Were those the two
Yes.
hardest for you?
Yes, this one in the pick game. What I have written down, I'm already second guessing, but I'm not going to go against my initial gut. I took the Browns +2.5 here. I'm just basing that on the fact that Joey B might not be 100% healthy, could make some mistakes. I think people, at least within the Browns community, are high on the Browns. They're high that Deshaun Watson's going to come out and play well. I do think the Browns have weapons, but also the Bengals do as well. And this game's in Cleveland. So I just wrote down Browns 2.5. I don't really have a great grand reason on why I did it, other than the fact that it's in the dog pound, and there's a chance Joe Burrow, is not super healthy. So I don't know.
It's hard to bet against the home team in this division. But I'm counting on the Bengals -2.5 because they came out last year and lost to a bad Steeler team in the first game last year.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think they're going to let that happen again.
That's right. Yeah. And hand up, too, for anybody listening and watching, I am awful at the NFL. I've made that known. So don't take anything I say, at least in the NFL.
You took the Bengals?
The word.
Yep.
So, fuck.
I'm with Jake. I'm going to take the Browns +2.5.
Okay.
Burrow, I think he's going to play Sunday. Have they announced that for sure?
I haven't seen anything saying he wouldn't.
Okay, well, he's probably going to play. Browns always play the Bengals really tough. I like the Browns at home, first game of the year. Just give me the Browns +2.5. And Melvin has the over 47.5. So that is his pick, the over 47.5. All right. I threw in everyone's teams here. I was feeling nice. Raiders at the Broncos. Broncos are -3.5. Over under is 44.
I see one team not up there.
The Commanders?
Yep.
Yeah, I think they play someone very shitty.
I mean, obviously, I took the Broncos -3.5 here. I think, I don't know, man. I think things in Las Vegas didn't work out how they initially intended it to. You have Chandler Jones coming out and basically saying, fuck the Raiders, fuck this place, fuck the coach, I want out. Just a little locker room drama is never good for camaraderie. And I'm a Broncos fan, and I fucking hate the Raiders, so I'm taking the Broncos -3.5. Really, there's no reason other than I fucking love the Broncos and hate the Raiders.
See, I was about to take the Raiders +3.5, but I just don't trust Jimmy G, really. So I'm counting on Sean Payton and his offense putting up points over 44.
Like it.
I mean, it's going to be real close.
Like it. And Ty, you'll like this too.
I'm listening.
I told Brady, since our receivers like to only play about 9 games a season and they just get hurt and alternate in and out, the guy in Denver this year might be the man, Marvin Mims Jr.
Is that what they're saying?
That's what I've been reading. And who else is going to be? I mean, that's their guy. That's the guy they drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Judy's hurt. Cortland could get hurt at any moment.
Tim
Patrick's out. KJ's always hurt. He could be the guy.
Alberto's gone now.
Alberto's gone. He really could be him. And, dude, I don't know if you saw, sidebar, the strategy that I took. I hate it, but I barely drafted any running backs last night, and my starting running backs for my fantasy team are Javonte Williams and Samaje Perine.
You're lucky you took Javonte because I was about to take him.
I think my running backs are awful, too. Who did I take? No, they're not awful. I think I got Breece Hall and... Who did I get as my other one? I can't even remember.
Well, it's bad for me, Ty, because both of them are Broncos now. Perine's a Bronco.
It might be Dobbins.
So
it's Pacheco.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah,
Pacheco's
he'll have
good.
some really good games.
Sorry, my phone's about to die, so I gave someone my fantasy info so they can draft for me. I'm not worried about it.
Love it.
He
took the over.
The over. Okay.
Also, Mims is him. Is that going to be the saying?
I fucks with that, dude. Mims might be him.
I can't believe you are taking a Broncos over after all that shit last year. They couldn't score.
Solely for Sean Payton. That's it.
Okay. All right.
You're not gonna hurt my feelings, Ty.
No, I don't. No, it's not that. I'm between. It's not the Raid. I don't want to take the Raiders. Give me the Broncos -3.5. I was going between that or the under. Actually, I'm going to switch.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the under. I think.
You don't look very confident.
Yeah. I'm
He's
just going to
not
ride with
sure.
the under.
Okay. Honestly, that's not a bad bet either.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the under. All right, and Melvin has the Broncos -3.5.
Shout out, Melv. Shout out, my boy.
All right. Fourth game, the Dolphins at the Chargers. Chargers are -3. Over/under is 51.
This is a complete bias pick. I think the Chargers fucking suck.
I think they're highly overrated.
They can never beat the Broncos, who have sucked the last X amount of seasons. I took the points. I'm taking the Dolphins +3. I think when Tua's there, they're always in the game, it seems. It'll be cool to see Jalen Ramsey in the teal now. I think their defense should be pretty well. And truthfully, man, I just don't think the Chargers are good, and I don't think Josh Sherbert's very good either. Dude.
Sherbert.
I'm usually really high on the Chargers every single year, but now, like, their best player, Eckler's getting older, and they're all, like, getting up there in age. I don't think they're going to be able to get over the hump with this team. And I like the Dolphins a lot. They got a lot of firepower, so give me the points. Dolphins +3.
I mean, is Keenan Allen like 45 years old now?
He's got to be like 30 at least.
He can't stay healthy.
He can't.
No. He's been like that for like 6 years.
Yeah. Oh, I see this game. I think this game is so hard too.
This was a hard one to pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the over. I think there's gonna be a lot of points. Give me the over.
That's a lot of points in the NFL.
Yep, it is. And I think there's gonna be a lot of points scored. 2-0. Expect us.
All right, we'll see.
2-0. Expect us. Oh man.
And Melvin's on the Dolphins +3. He is on the Dolphins +3. So you all have the Dolphins +3. Yeah.
Fins up, my boy.
All right, last game. The Cowboys at the Giants. The Cowboys are -3. The over/under is 46.5.
So Ty,
I don't like this game.
I got to talk to you a little bit here.
Yes.
This is my personal opinion. A lot of people probably will not believe this. I think the best thing for Dak was them bringing Trey Lance in. I think it fires you up a little bit. It makes you realize, like, okay, I have a dude behind me now that is physically as gifted as I am and was supposed to be trending upwards.
Yes.
I think that helps Dak. I think Dak plays very well this season. I'm taking the Cowboys -3.
Love it. And it didn't look at it like that.
So I feel like this, like I haven't stayed I don't watch NFL Live as much as I used to, but I don't feel like they're talking about the Cowboys as much this year.
They always
Like,
talk about the Cowboys.
Yeah, but there's not I don't know, not a whole bunch of hype. Like last year, I was real excited to see how their offense was. This year, not so much. Giants progressed last year.
I'm more excited about their offense this year.
Are you?
Yeah. I think.
Well, they did get Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, I'm excited about him. I'm excited to see Pollard get the whole workload. I'm excited to see Deuce Vaughn, who I think is going to be.
You guys got Deuce Vaughn?
They had him.
Dude, he was so good in preseason.
He's so
too.
small.
Yeah. I'm very excited to watch him play. I'm excited to watch their offense this year. Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not going to win.
And I keep hearing Michael Gallup's back 100% healthy, so I'm excited to watch him too. So
I want to take the Giants +3 at home.
I don't hate it.
I'll take that all day.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
With a healthy Saquon, you don't always get that. Give me that.
The G.
Melvin has the Cowboys Giants under 46.5. All right. Anything else on NFL? Or
Did you pick the game?
Did I?
I don't think you picked the game.
I'm on the Cowboys -3.
Are you not confident?
Huh?
Are you not confident?
Not really,
in that
no,
pick?
but I'm just riding with them. I'm going to do it. Cowboys -3. I don't like that over-under at all, so I'm not going to take the Giants. So, all right, we're hopping back to college real quick now that we got Melvin's lock. I think my phone's dead, but I have it in the top of my head. Does anyone have any ads? I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 ads. One of them is my lock.
Go ahead. Truthfully,
Yeah, you go first.
I'll be honest. I'll be more prepared for next week. I completely forgot about the ads.
Me too, until I sat down. And
Yeah.
then I looked real quick and found 4. I will give my 3 before I give my lock. And then we'll go first for the lock since we're 0-1. I'll just do mine first. All right, Friday I'm going to go with Kansas -3. I'm pretty sure they're at home. I forget who they're playing already. I'm going with Texas State +12.5 after who'd they just beat?
Baylor. They smoked Baylor.
Yeah, they
didn't
beat
just
Baylor.
didn't beat Baylor.
Bad.
I saw something about their coach. I like them. Give me Texas State +12.5 to cover again. And I'm betting this every week all year. USC Stanford over 69.5. I don't care what the total is. USC scores points. They give up points. I am going with the over. And then I have my lock.
I have mine as well. I just found it.
Are we ready? I get a feeling mine might be someone else's.
I'm between a few of them, so I want you guys to go for. If you got yours locked in, go.
I can go.
I'll go. Let
okay,
me go.
Go ahead.
I'm going with Colorado -3.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
I'm riding with
Hand
the
me that
boys.
pen.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm going with Colorado -3. I got to. This line scares me. I don't know why this line's so close. It doesn't make sense to me. They're at home, correct?
Correct.
That place is going to be rocking. Nebraska, they didn't look that bad week 1. That game was like watching fucking paint dry, though. It was Friday. Who'd they play? Minnesota. It was like 13-10 final or something stupid, and they found a way to blow the game. I just don't see how Nebraska stays in this game. Do I think they're better? Yes. Do I like Matt Rule as their coach? Yes. I just don't think they're ready for this yet. Give me Colorado -3 as my lock.
Is this an old rivalry game? Is this an old Big 12 rivalry game? If I'm remembering it correctly,
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It feels like it could be.
Colorado. I'm on Colorado, but yeah, I feel like this might have been a big
Yeah.
game back in the day.
I was leaning on that too after my awful pick last week.
You want me to go since you have a few?
You go, yeah.
All right, so I'm taking a road favorite here. After scanning the slate, the one that just jumped out to me that I think is crazy not to take, and if I'm wrong, I won't even be upset that I'm wrong because I feel like this should hit. I'm taking Oregon -6.5 on the road at Texas Tech. Texas Tech just lost to Wyoming on the road. I know they'll be fired up at home.
Knicks.
Ranked team coming in, but the boy Bo Nix is going to ball, dog.
I had both of those.
I'm taking Oregon over Texas Tech.
Did Melvin have one?
Yes. Do you want his first?
Yeah, go take his because we can't.
I don't know if he just picked one or what. He took Pitt -7.5 as his lock.
Okay. I mean,
That is his lock. So
he must know something.
Yeah, he's got a guy. He's got a guy somewhere.
he got something. So Pitt -7.5 is Melvin's lock.
So I feel like this next pick's going to be a popular pick, and the spread's already moved a lot since last time I looked at it. Baylor, Utah. Baylor looked good last week. No, not Baylor. Utah looked good last week. Baylor looked fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take Utah on the road -7.5. I don't care
don't
what
hate that.
quarterback's in there. I think they get the job done because Blake Shapen's out for 2 to 3 weeks for Baylor.
Mhm.
So,
The only thing I hate is we all have favorites. That always scares me.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
we will ride it
To the break
because that's what we do. It has to hit. It has to hit.
It has to.
It
hit.
has to hit.
There's no way it doesn't
Yes.
hit. There's no way this shit
So
don't
the
hit.
big hitter is Colorado -3, Oregon -6.5, Utah -7.5, and Pitt -7.5. This has to be the one. Therefore, dude, I felt so good last week with ours for a while, and then it just. No, actually, I didn't because that
At
game
least
was at
mine
noon.
just lost right off the jump.
Yeah,
That makes
true.
me feel better.
And dude,
Yeah.
I think it is a massive swing when you do a 4-team versus a 3-team.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
for myself now, when I do parlay bets, I don't do any more than 3 teams
Yeah.
in a row because you never know what the fuck can
Right.
happen
Yeah.
with the team.
yeah.
But I'm confident with the boys. We know what we're talking
Did you
about.
guys bet it? I bet it last week.
I did, yeah.
Did you bet it?
Mhm.
Did you guys do a 3-teamer and take WVU out? Did you even bet it?
I'll be
last
so honest. I completely forgot to bet
week? Okay.
it.
I don't remember because it was so hectic. I just remember like telling Neil, give me the big hitter, and then I put something in.
Okay.
I remembered about the big hitter when TCU and Colorado was like in the mid
And I
first
started
quarter.
texting.
Yeah, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I forgot to bet it.
So, all right, that's all I have. Does anyone do either of you boys have anything else?
No, I mean for me, I'm just excited, obviously, to be back here. NFL's back. I think the NFL should be a very exciting season because I feel like the AFC top to bottom has like 14 out of the 16 teams that can make the playoffs, and then the NFC has their couple prominent dogs at the top. I'm interested to see when the Super Bowl comes together how much healthier the NFC team is versus the AFC team. So I'm excited to watch the NFL for sure.
I'm getting my hopes up, and my heart's gonna get ripped out. So bring it on.
I don't get excited for anything anymore. So,
You're dead inside.
yeah, I'm just, whatever.
Fuck it.
I'm more excited. I was the same last year. I'm more excited for college anymore than pros. That's just how it is. I mean, after watching Clemson Monday, it hit me. I was like, holy fuck. Maybe we can go to the ACC championship again. That'd be sick. So that's what I have my hopes on right now. So that's it. That's all I got.
Which the ACC is interesting without divisions now.
Yeah,
That's
just
something
the
I didn't-
top 2 teams.
Some I didn't know until last
So
week.
we play
Yeah.
Florida State, even if we lose to Florida State and beat everyone. ACC's not bad this year, dude. I'm telling you, North Carolina's good. They're gonna have to beat either North Carolina or Florida State. They play them both. After WVU, they play North Carolina, so they got a
Oh.
tough schedule.
That'll be tough
Yeah.
bouncing back after that.
Yeah,
Yeah, and honestly, dude, I can't believe I'm about to say this. I don't think an 8-4 season is out of the picture with WVU either.
I
really don't.
don't either, just because the Big 12 doesn't look very good.
No,
And-
really
and
don't.
we didn't look as bad as like we could have looked.
Yeah, we lost to Penn State on the road by a decent chunk, but fucking Texas Tech loses to Wyoming. Baylor gets smashed by Texas State.
Oklahoma
TCU
State looks
lost.
bad.
Oklahoma State looks bad. I mean,
what's a successful season for you guys this year for WVU? Bowl game, you think?
for me, if we do any worse,
What's
than,
the top? What's the worst?
I think
8-4, your top.
I think the top would be 8-4, and the worst would probably be
5-7.
5-7.
Okay.
I'm gonna
That's
say
fair.
4 and 8's the worst.
Ooh,
Yeah,
best 8-4.
best 8 and 4.
All right.
I'd like to say 9 and 3, but I'd be lying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit here and be like 11-1, dude. That's the top. We're not losing again.
A lot of people are high on Oklahoma again this year. What's
I mean,
his
they put up
name?
fucking
Who's
points.
their
Gabriel.
quarterback? Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and their backup.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast today. He was like 11 for 11, 2 touchdowns,
Yeah.
100 some yards. They said, don't be shocked if Gabriel struggles one game and everyone's chanting the other guy's name.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Oklahoma might be back. We'll see. But all right, I'm done. You done?
I'm done, boys. It's been fun. Follow me on Instagram at Juice Fisherman and make sure to subscribe to the Juice Box YouTubes. Thank you.
Follow me on Twitter, Brady _21_.
X and I almost said Twitter. It's not Twitter. X and Instagram at TylerJoe24_. Follow Melvin the Intern on X. Still so weird to say. At Melvin the Intern on X. And that's it. Peace.